All right, here we are. 2012 season is right in front of us. This is the 2012 preview of the Milwaukee Brewers offense for this season as part of my 25 and 25 segment. It's going to be a little different this year. We're going to be a little more brief.
Box of briefs. Oh yeah.
Be a little more brief.
I just got some.
We're going to be a little less frequent, kind of like my urination during the night in the last week or so.
You haven't been peeing as much?
No. Just haven't been drinking as much, you know. They kind of go hand in hand, like an old man and a young kid.
Or like a priest and an 8-year-old boy.
Yeah. But, so yeah, it's basically the same thing. So it's like, we just kind of want to generally kind of overlook this entire team as a whole as far as what they will do with their bats and what they will do with their balls. So the biggest thing, quite literally the biggest thing missing from this year's offense is Prince Fielder. I really wish I didn't have to talk about that fat fucker, but like I kind of do for some reason. I mean, he's on a different team. He's getting paid by somebody else. He's eating, another town's buffets out of business.
Vegan.
He's not done. That was all a lie. That was a ruse, a trick, if you will.
What a ruse. Talk louder.
Clam chowder.
Baby powder.
Yeah. So we can't really. Unfortunately, he's gone. Screw him. I don't care. Whatever. I'm over it. The thing is, this offense is going to be just fine. One player doesn't make up an entire team. You still got, all the returning cast of characters from last year. You got your, junk in the trunk weeks. You got your, Phil, like the groundhog Phil, seeing his own shadow Ryan Braun back for, another year, of course.
Fortunately.
You got your, Corey Hart, like, oh my God, my dad's making fun of me from the outfield bleachers.
Yeah, the Superman Corey Hart himself.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got, like, some new, some returning guys, like, what's his name, like that Niger boy from down the street.
Oh yeah.
You got him back. You got his whole like I gotta go and all that shit that he drummed up to bring more excitement towards him. For him it's all about merchandising.
Off-field personality.
Yeah.
He does it the best here in Milwaukee.
You sell the character, you sell the player. And
I sell Mario and Luigi plush dolls down the street myself.
With your likeness or their likeness?
My likeness.
Okay, so you got like I'm the Mario doll. Take it, you're the Luigi doll. But instead of like the normal plumbers with the mustaches on them and everything, yeah, linguine, pepperoni, what's your matter, you?
Hey, Mazzatoli,
come on,
Lamborghini.
Instead of that, it's like got my face, his face on the dolls. We're selling for what, $2.99 pop? Or we increased the price?
$2.95. Really.
$2.95. We're actually dropping the price this year. That's an extra special benefit for you guys.
Yeah, we try to do what we can. We try to give back to the fans, of course, and try to give back to the plush nation.
And just so you know, 1 cent of every purchase will go towards the community foundation
Diabetes.
in order to diabetes research. Yep. Because with all those carbs that we're overloading on, we were eventually going to be bound to have a leg sawed off or have to take insulin shots every day.
The real travesty of this is high fructose corn syrup. They put that in everything now, and because of that, we're having limbs chopped off these days.
And what's with this artificial coloring too? I mean, Jesus Christ! Like,
Yellow 5 gives you a small wiener.
Make something look the way it looks. Why have to like spice it up, with like
red
some bullshit?
40.
Yeah, and the green 5. I mean, all this bullshit. Then fuchsia 12. I can't stand all this. It's like I want to eat my onions, and I want them to be white. I don't want them to be fuchsia 12. That's not what I bought into this for.
It's not because we're racist. We like white onions. We don't prefer the Indian onions of red. Yeah. I don't want to get into the subject. I'm tempted
we
to
like
now.
all people the same. We like chartreuse people. We like lavender people. We like fuchsia people. We like burnt sienna people. We like everybody the same. Actually, flip it around. Reverse it. We hate all people the same. Fuck you, burnt sienna. We hate all you guys,
We want to break the mold. We want to be different, all right? That's why we like shark people. Is that what you said?
Shark people are pretty sweet, actually. This one time, I was walking around, down by Lake Michigan, which is not an odd thing for me to do. And I saw the shark person walking around. Man feet, man legs, man waist, shark top, And I say to the man, I say to the shark man, I say, Shark man, how can you breathe out here? It's like if you had human lungs, human mouth, nose, etc., then I'd be like, okay, you can breathe outside of the water. But he had shark top, shark fin, shark teeth, shark gills. And I'm like, what the fuck, shark man? You shouldn't be here. And he's just like, but wait. And then he ate me. So I never heard the end of that story because I was dead.
Did he try to sell you Cuban cigars?
I ran into that guy. You know that guy?
$8 a pop for a Cuban.
But
they were real Cubans. They're rolled in the Philippines.
But I mean, like, the shark guy was trying to rip us off. Yeah. He fucking bit my arm off. It's like nowadays I'm a one-armed man because the shark man bit my fucking arm off. And look at this. I got to go around like this the rest of my life. Yeah. It's bullshit.
Might as well just sew the sleeve on your jersey because there's a bee.
B-Man. Oh shit. B-Man's here now.
B-Man.
Hey, B-Man, you go tell Sharkman we don't want none of your shit. Jesus Christ. B-Man's fucking with us. Sharkman's like getting on our, asses about everything.
Here it's March and we got B-Man already.
So it's crazy. But like, thanks to this brand new scientific thing I've been working on with Greg Proops and Dr. Kurt Connors, limb regeneration. Look at that. Okay, back to the Brewers offense, right? We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine, like cherry wine.
Yeah.
Cherry box wine, hopefully. But
yes.
Hopefully, you'd hope that Nigel Morgan will have the same kind of year. I think it's impossible because he had such a ridiculous year that it's kind of hard to replace that. But as one half of the platoon with Carlos Gomez, I think they're gonna be fine. I got no problems with anybody in the outfield. Ryan Braun, as much as I hate everything about him,
personality and otherwise,
and him getting mixed up in this whole drug, testosterone, failed test, herpes bullshit, whatever like that, I'm glad that he was exonerated by MLB because you can't argue that having him in the lineup for the entire year is a good thing.
Exactly. And because of that, we're going to win the Central.
Because the thing is, if he had been suspended for 50 games, you know who the real victims would have been? Me and you.
Because we couldn't heckle someone.
Because we'd have to wait 50 games to heckle his, steroid, testosterone ass.
He knows when the sombrero shows up, he's getting heckled tonight.
I know, I'd like to say, when he first takes the field in the first inning, he'd be walking out there going, oh, those fuckers again. But see, we're never there in the first inning. We're still in the parking lot, boozing it up.
So when he's going up for a second at bat in the fourth inning.
In the fourth inning, when he comes out there and he sees us with double fisting Long Islands, he's just like, oh, God, these guys again, We're like, hey, Brawny, how you doing out there today, pal?
I just killed a fly.
Yeah. Brawny, how's that penthouse on Prospect Avenue treating you and your supermodel girlfriend, must suck to be you, right, pal?
How's that herpes treating you from J.J. Hardy and Trini Kazmarek, huh?
Let's throw them all into the mix?
That's what I heard.
Oh, man. That's all hearsay.
Threesomes.
Hearsay. You say. What's that? I say?
We're not here to say anything. This isn't TMZ, all right? I'm just floating out rumors.
Yeah, we're floating out rumors like we're dealing in Vegas, tossing out the cards. Who's got the yellow 5? I mean the black 5. Wait, no, sure, the red Joker 5. What are cards? I don't know. Diamonds 5, King of Diamonds, Jack of Diamonds. Hey. But hey, so we already labeled. We got Brawny. We got Niger Mez out in the center field.
Yes.
Or
Superman,
we got
Hart,
Carmo out in center field. We got Superman out in right. So the outfields, we're fine. We're cool, right?
Right on the
Ramos Ramirez. I hated him because he was on the Cubs. Now that he's wearing this across his chest, I fucking love the guy. Ramos Ramirez is going to be just fine at third base. He's going to add some pop into the lineup, hit a couple home runs, do his thing, maybe do somebody's wife too while he's out. Here we go!
Ramos Ramirez.
Oh no!
Peaches got him.
Yeah, but Ramos Ramirez is gonna be just fine. Everybody, you might say he's over the hill and everything like that. But the only person I know who's over the hill is my grandpa. And he's still getting at it.
And he can still drive.
Yeah.
What is he getting at? He can still drive.
Delivering the bakery.
Chewing toothpicks.
And that is not a euphemism. That's what she
Syphilis. Oh, we're back on Ryan.
Yeah, we're back.
Sorry.
All right,
Ramos Ramirez. Sorry.
I'm done with him because he's gonna be fine. No questions, no problems whatsoever.
A great addition, I believe.
And there's also this thing. You ever heard about? I mean, I don't know. Like, you only went to college for 2 days. You know, I point that out quite often.
It is true.
But you ever heard about addition by subtraction?
Yeah, you learned that in 9th grade.
Yeah, so you did learn that in high school. Addition by subtraction.
2 minuses.
By getting rid of Casey McGee and by getting rid of Unievsky Betancourt, by getting rid of those 2 guys, you get better. You could have put one of those fucking dummies from Kohl's that sits there like wearing the new fashions, like, and you could have put one of those at third base, one of those at shortstop, and you would have been a better team than if you had Casey McGee and Uni B at third and short respectively. But so that right there,
and those mannequins can swing the bat too. Believe
yes,
me.
they can.
I've seen them rob liquor stores because of it.
Actually, since they don't swing the bat, they actually have a higher on-base percentage than Unievsky.
They take a lot more walks.
They take more walks. So right away, you get rid of those guys, you're better off. But then you add in Ramos Ramirez at third, you add in Alex Gonzalez at short. Not only better defensively, but there's no argument. I think Ramirez is going to be better than McGee was offensively. Yeah. Gonzalez will be pretty much right about the same that Uni B was, but he's going to give you better defense. So that's all you really ask out of your shortstop. Of course, then we got Ricky Weeks returning at second, and
he's going to be the key factor this year.
That is a good point.
Him and Bronny are the 1-2. That's right.
Because I think like Ricky Weeks. I mean, how many times have we said this? Unfortunately, as long as he stays healthy, as long as he stays in the lineup, he's fucking insane. You know.
Yeah.
This may be hard to believe, but Ricky Weeks' biceps are bigger than my stomach. You know, like, I mean, they're like this big.
Why?
Oh, yeah. So it's insane. Like, Ricky Weeks is like a strong motherfucker. He's got hair like the Predator monster. And, like, he talks like a 3-year-old. So it's like he doesn't really screw up, you know. He doesn't really, like, lie to the media like Ryan Braun does.
Yeah.
He just goes out there and does his shit every day. And
admirably, by the way.
Admirably.
Admirably.
And also colonially?
Raccoon?
Raccoon? What are you talking about raccoons again?
Doesn't the last one.
Yeah. No. So Ricky Weeks, no problems. I got no problems. I got no issues with what he's gonna do. He's gonna be insane once again. Hopefully he makes the All-Star team once again. I think he will, as provided he stays in the lineup, which is unfortunately one of the key things here in Milwaukee. You know. Bench Andrew Bogut, you know, it's like it's just kind of.
Can I just point out? Sorry to cut you off. Now that we're here in Miller Park, and now that we're in the parking lot drinking, it feels like baseball again. I'm fucking loving it.
Damn right, it feels like baseball. I mean, fuck, what is it like? Got to be 75 degrees out right now.
Yeah.
This is insane. I mean, like, I almost kind of feel like taking off my shirt right now. If I wasn't so ashamed of what I'm hiding underneath here, I would be topless for you guys. I mean, this guy can do it because, you know, not that I have any like. But not that I love him or anything like that. You know, I'm not sexually attracted to guys, despite, you know, what you've heard on the internet.
I've heard rumors.
He's fucking sexy.
I've been part of the rumors.
He's so good looking, it's insane.
Come on, man, I got wine.
Dude.
Jug wine.
Can we pull one of those like Freaky Friday, like or the change up with Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds and switch bodies for like a couple months or something like that?
Which one was Freaky Friday?
Freaky Friday was the Lindsay Lohan and her mom. Susan Sarandon or something like that.
Sandra Bullock.
One of those old bitches, you know, like.
Yeah, Betty White.
Not Susan Sarandon. What's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis. That was the Lindsay Lohan one.
Remember we went to Dick's 144 and they watched The Proposal?
Yeah, we do that kind of stuff. But I mean, like, if I could just switch bodies with him for like a month, not only would I just be nailing like an insane like tons of pussy, you know, using his dick, you know, no less, but like.
We call it the Irish curse, because I am Irish. And it is St. Patrick's Day. Mind you,
I do.
Let's get green. Got green bracelets.
Go green.
Go green.
Go green. No, but I'd love to switch bodies for him for like, you know, a week or something like that. Because it's like, I want to know what it's like to be like in a skinny man's world. You know, it's like you can like fit between cracks of like the buildings. If there's like a, you know, little, you know, like this, and you're just like, oh man. See me, I got to go all the way around the block or something. You go like that, you go like, oh.
Well, when we're doing bank heists, it's easy to get away like that. So, oh yeah, of course.
You like go through the alleys. Me, I'm just like, I get there and I'm like, aw. I gotta go like this. I gotta go like all the way around the building, take like 3 laps around the block, and by the time I get there, I'm like, oh, Just need a second. I mean, it's like, it'd be nice just to be able to sneak in between like the buildings for once, you know? I thought you had your pants off.
No.
I was gonna get excited. In my pants too, but ooh.
Alright.
So
First base?
first base. Despite the fact that I've never been there with a girl,
That was a good
first
segue.
base
That's
will be occupied by Matt Gamble this year. Matt Gamble is one of those guys that's kind of like, I feel like he's been in the Brewers organization forever,
Yeah.
but like never played a game in the major leagues. You're always looking forward to this, you know, Matt Gamble guy. Hey, watch out for Matt Gamble. You know, it's like, hey, he's got an apartment. You know, he needs a roommate in Nashville. You know,
Didn't co-sign a lease with me for our apartment in Nashville. I'm still very upset about it, but despite that, I love him nevertheless. Netherlands. Anyways, I really always wanted him to do good. I remember his second major league home run. I was there. It was against the Rockies. It was beautiful. I love Matt Gamble. He's a great guy. He's an asshole, but he's a good guy.
we're gonna get sexy tonight.
Oh, it is hot in the valley, so.
Matt Gamble.
Wrap around your head. It's cool.
Oh yeah.
It makes us look like pirates, but I don't have the eye patches. They're in my car.
Yeah.
We had props planned for this, but the only props are our bodies now.
So Matt Gamble's finally getting his shot to be the he's finally getting his shot to be the first baseman of the Milwaukee Brewers, and actually just to have a spot like in the lineup, you know. And I think he's kind of more of an X factor than anybody else, where it's just kind of like you just hope that he's okay. That maybe hits 250, 15 home runs, you know, like 50 RBIs.
Hasn't he been doing good in spring?
Well, yeah, he has been so far.
I think he'll be
and every
alright.
time in the minor leagues, he's been pretty damn good as well. But it's just kind of like, you just kind of hope, you know, for like this, and you hope you get like this from Matt Gamble, you know?
Yeah.
You hope for a little, done. But, you know, but like you hope for like, long night, Matt Gamble.
This is everyday type shit, Matt Gamble. We
So-
met him too. He's a great guy.
We met Matt Gamble
Yeah, we took that picture that one time.
when we were in Nashville.
Fucking Milwaukee for our pictures. The on deck thing like 3 years ago when he wasn't.
I remember me and Kevin actually at one point, we decided to be a country band as the Back Alley Burners. I think we were the Rootin' Tootin' Back Alley Burners.
That was true. I
And
remember
I
that.
remember we played at this bar in Nashville, and they had chicken wire up, you know, in case
It
people
was
threw their
called
bottles.
it was called Water Breed.
And we're like, you gotta get on down that track, because
Matt
we
Gamble-
don't want our money back. We played this like song.
I already got the jorts for it.
We played this song, and you know, little did we know, we turned, and who's in the audience? Matt Gamble himself,
And
down
his-
in Nashville,
And his wife.
and his wife, his very attractive wife.
Oh man.
So
He bought our CD after the show. Actually,
he actually did. So it's like.
a good man.
I mean, yeah, I got no ill will against him. I got no problems with
He
Mr.
hasn't-
Gamble.
He hasn't snubbed me yet.
That is yet, because you know he's not as
He's gonna get on. He's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm in the big leagues and playing every game." He's gonna, "Oh, Kevin, Scott,
Yeah.
snub,
snub
Straight up
exactly.
snub."
Yeah. So Matt Gamble, whatever he gives you is going to be fine. If he ends up giving you more,
If it's a reach around, it's gonna be extra fine.
it'll be more than fine. You know, it's like I'm just hoping that, you know, by the time the season's over, Matt Gamble will have finished me off, if you know what I mean. And so that I'll feel so much better about, you know, our relationship and
My morale.
basically the key will be keep watching like the rental, like weekly real estate, you know, guide in Nashville. If his apartment, if he lists his apartment as saying, hey, I need somebody to sublease for me till the end of the year, then you'll know he's going to stick around in the majors. And if he did the stupid thing and went out and bought a house because he thought he'd be in Nashville forever, if you see his house go up for sale in Nashville,
Fool's error.
then you know he's going to be purchasing a condo right down by the lake and be neighbors with Brian Braun, because he'll be up in the big leagues for good.
Fool's error. Yeah, making. Yeah.
I think he'll be all right.
I think it'll be great.
I
Wait
agree
to-
with you.
I can't wait to see him every day.
Why are you talking like that?
I don't know.
I just got here from the future. I am a robot, made to look like a fat man. I don't know why they did not make me look like a skinny man. But see, because when they see fat people, they're just like, oh, that guy just wants a donut. He's not here to kill me or to kill my son so that he cannot become the future of the revolution, resistance against the evil robots. So I'm here because of that.
John Connor.
Come with me if you want to live. Matt Gamble. Okay, so we're fine there.
Yeah.
Next, catcher, my boy, Johnny Luke.
He's my tax accountant. No, it's Gutierrez.
That's George Gutierrez is our accountant.
Johnny Luke.
He looks over our stocks and equities. And
he does all the financial
401k
statements.
for the back alley burners and everything.
We do
like
have
and the
a lot of
Pucon
money.
Enterprise.
A lot of money tied up. You know, it's
George Gutierrez
a little
watches over our
complicated.
backs
I
and
hope to
everything.
be out of debt within 5 to 10 years with the IRS. That's all I want to say
nice.
about that. But you know, on the IRS, a rational ranking system.
Yeah, who knows, man.
Is that what that means? Probably.
Incontinent rectal system. That's what the IRS means.
Independent reach-around system.
No, so at catcher we got Johnny Luke.
Oh shit.
Jonathan Lucroy, or Luke, if you will.
Yeah.
He did everything I wanted him to do last season, and he's going to do more this season. I think he's really going to break out. He's going to break out offensively. You know, kind of like, fuck you, you know, not that kind of offensively, because if he turned around and did that to the people, you know, in the $90 seats right behind home plates,
He wouldn't be.
I don't think he'd be here anymore, because like the usher would be like, hey man, that's not cool, you can't do that, you know.
Kick Luca.
Yeah, the umpire would be like, all right, that's it, buddy, you are out of here, you know. He'd be like, what the hell, you know.
At these prices, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So I got no issues with the catching situation. I think we're gonna be cool there. Kind of went around the diamond, went in the outfield. The bench, who really cares about them? They kind of rotate. We're gonna have some guys like your Travis Ishikawa, your Brooks Conrad. You're gonna have your other guys. It's gonna be on your bench. They're gonna be cool, whatever, like that. And I think we're almost done being offensive.
About the offensive?
About the offense. But the thing is, we also have to mention that our pitching staff
Knows how to hit and bunt.
they know how to hit other things besides their wives, which is a very valuable aspect in the National League.
Especially when you're Sean Markham.
Because the pitchers, what?
Doesn't Markham have a babe of a wife? Who's the dude that's dating the
No,
softball
Greinke.
chick?
Greinke's dating like a supermodel.
Who's
No,
the
he's
dude that-
married to a Greinke's got one hell of a wife. She's like a fucking hot. Gallardo's
She's like
probably. She's a fucking hot.
All right.
Okay, Gallardo's probably got some Spanish, like, you know,
Latina,
you know. That's like. I don't know what song that is.
Tequila.
Yeah, yeah, I know she's got some kind of spicy, like, you know,
Burrito.
like burrito. I don't know why that just made me say burrito. That was
I
cool.
thought we were talking about Qdoba.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know, like,
We got a Qdoba for burritos.
yeah.
Get in the streets.
So I'm sure he's probably got some pretty, like, you know, spicy señorita, you know.
Yes.
Markham, I don't know what he has.
She's from Canada.
She's from Canada, so it's like, you know,
Probably Alanis
hey,
Morissette.
instead of being a mountie, she wants to get mounted. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah. Chris Narvison's probably got some scurvy wounds, you know.
Down in the cellar, getting him
He's
a
like,
spot
I'm
of
gonna
tea."
pillage your booty. That would be Chris Narvison's like girl, you know. He's gonna hoist up the mainsails on
You
her
know what I mean.
starboard and her port side, you know. Maybe even in one night.
He's gonna capture her gold, if you know what I mean.
He's going to wear her on his shoulder like a parrot, if you know what I mean.
He's gonna pillage and plunder and rape the village, if you know what I mean.
He's gonna set fire to the mainsails. Randy Wolf. Do you ever think do you ever think he's like hungry like the wolf, and like when he's doing his wife, she's like, "Ow!" You know,
He's probably
like,
actually banging a wolf. Is what I was thinking.
he's
wolf
a real
creature.
wolf. You
Or
know,
maybe it's a woman who's just very hairy. She's probably from Sweden, I'm sure.
and I can see him going like, "Ow! Werewolves of London." He's like, "Ow! Randy Wolves of London." Don't show your nipple. That's not cool.
Oh, now we can't air this because of my nipple. He's got a nipple.
That was a little tease for you. Sorry, you probably didn't like that.
I did.
They did. They don't like that.
Does anybody watch this shit?
Probably not. I mean, like, if
Now we're doing this, we can do whatever.
You're like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Look at me, I'm little now. I'm a midget. You probably didn't see me for a minute. See, nobody watches this shit. What are people gonna be like, you know?
Oh, you guys are real idiots in that video.
What? Yeah, video? Like, people probably didn't even make it this far, you know, because they're like, I only have, you know, about maybe 15 minutes budgeted for like silly time in a day. And we kind of went over that mark, so they're like, I'm done, I'm tapped out, you know, no more for me.
No more. We'll cut off the part of them running around like idiots.
Yeah.
Right. Giovanni Gallardo will hit 5 home runs this year. That's my prediction. I don't have it in writing, this is in video.
And Zach Greinke will hit the shit out of his wife, like with his penis.
And 1 home run. Be a grand slam. Who did that, him or Markham?
Markham hit the grand slam last year. All in all, to kind of close it up at the end, there's going to be nothing wrong with our offense. We might hit less home runs, but we're going to get on base more.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be interesting to see how who pitches around Braun.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see. We want to keep an eye on that. It's right at the video.
I'm doing 3D. Isn't that all the rage these days? Where they're like, Clash of the Titans in 3D, The Avengers in 3D, Star Wars Episode 1 in 3D, you know? It's like, they see shit coming towards the screen, they're like, wow, I must be in the 3rd dimension now. Look at this. I paid $8 more for my ticket, and now I'm just like, wow, man, I'm blown away. This is insane. I mean, this is just like fucking nuts, dude. What the hell is going on here? All right. So,
we ain't at Miller Park yet. Oh, we are. What about pornos in 3D? The money shot.
All over your screen, man. All right.
Well, you went all over your screen.
Basically.
Wasting booze.
I apologize. So we're done here. Thank you guys for following along. If you did, if you made it this far, congratulations. I'll give you a prize.
Of 1 million pence height.
Something like that. So, take care, you guys. We'll see you in just a few weeks on the left field bleachers. Looking for the sombreros.
Yeah.
Later.
All right. Milwaukee Brewers, 2013.